What on earth is wrong with Riot Games? That seems to be the question on everyone's mind lately. First, Dota 2 gets a new client and a bunch of new features, and people are complaining that Riot doesn't give enough support to League of Legends in non-gameplay related ways. Now people are complaining about crit chance, saying that how on earth could Riot have something so RNG-based, affecting so many games in League. But today I want to start talking to you guys. Let's start a real discussion. What's actually wrong with Riot Games? People don't give Riot enough credit. They actually do a pretty damn good job with their game compared to some of the other companies that you have out there. I mean, take a look at World of Warcraft. Right now you have Warlords of Draenor with... It's arguably one of the worst expansions in the game. I mean, a lot of people really hated it on initial release, even though the last patches made some things more enjoyable about it. A lot of people really don't like what Blizzard's done to that game. Or look at Hearthstone right now. There are huge amounts of RNG in that game, even for a card game, that affect the game in such drastic ways that the pro players are constantly complaining about how much they hate the game, which... Again, I guess that's also Blizzard's fault. You have StarCraft 2, which feels like it's basically dead at this point, which, again, is Blizzard. Okay, so maybe Blizzard just has to get their act together, but I stand by what I said. When you look at a lot of the big-name video game companies there are out there, a lot have made much worse mistakes than what Riot's done. Like, take a look at Nintendo and all their anti-YouTuber policies, or the lack of technological advancements that the company has taken forever to get used to, like saving games that are purchased digitally to accounts rather than actual devices, or Square Enix desperately trying to remember how to make RPGs again. Konami just canceled one of the most hotly anticipated video games of possibly the decade. There's a lot of shit that's been done that's worse than making chroma skins. But at the same time, Riot has made plenty of mistakes in the past. Let's not forget, I mean, they are a young company, we make plenty of mistakes when we're young. But I think people put Riot on blast for the wrong reasons sometimes. People complain about the wrong things. Riot isn't some sort of terrible or inherently evil company because of any of the one decisions that they make that we disagree with, whether it's a balance change or the lack of replays or the lack of a new client or whatever. If I had to pick one thing that I said Riot really needs to work on in the upcoming year or just the future in general, I'd say Riot has a real issue with transparency. Riot is doing stuff. That's something we can't really complain about. Whether they're making a new map for us or they're making team builder for ranked, or they're lowering the entire ping across the entire United States. There is a lot of stuff that they've been doing. I mean, they even made a replay system. It was on the PvE as of a year ago. We can't really complain that Riot's just been sitting on their asses doing nothing but counting their money. The issue comes up when Riot falls short. Why don't we have... Oh, fuck. The issue comes up when Riot falls short. Why don't we have that replay system on the live client yet? Why don't we have a new client yet? Why are there some seemingly basic updates that we have not been given in the many years that you've been a company? The community clamors for stuff like this, and then Riot just shuts up. It feels like they don't keep us updated or give us some back and forth discussion onto why some of these seemingly basic features have not been implemented yet, or where they are in the development of them. Now, not constantly updating us can actually be a good thing. You don't want to do something like, let's say, announce to your audience that Half-Life 3 is going to come out in the next year or so, and then delay it for half a decade. But when you're as silent as Riot has been on some of these issues, people will get angsty, to say the least. I know some of you guys might call me a fanboy for making this video, or for not putting Riot on blast as harshly as the rest of the community seems to do. But try to keep in mind, extremes like that are never good, being an extreme fanboy or some sort of extreme hater. Riot has good and bad qualities about them as a company. Pretending all the good that they do is completely overshadowed by all the bad is just as bad as being a fanboy and doing the opposite. In my opinion, if there's anything that we should be complaining about or yelling at them for, it should be a greater emphasis on transparency. Just talk to us, Riot. We won't bite too much. Just please try and keep us updated on your projects, like the client and the new replay system that we've been clamoring for years. We feel left in the dark on some pretty important issues, which is why we always complain so much. Outside of that, you're a pretty great company, and we do appreciate you a lot, even if we do a bad job of showing it. We just appreciate it if you showed your appreciation for us in a pretty simple way. Just try and keep us updated. We just love some more communication. That's what we should be complaining about. Anyway, this is just something I wanted to get off my chest. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. I will, of course, see you all tomorrow. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.